What stood out to you guys? Like, maybe let's start with the reviews, because those were obviously higher impact shows that we thought were going to be interesting, or, you know, that people would be popular or think would be popular or be interested in.
Right. So we can start with One Punch Man.
Yeah, we can start. So I reviewed One Punch Man, which you can check out on IGN.com. I would appreciate that, actually. I gave it a very high score. I gave it an 8.8. It's an enthusiastic great. And it's a really good show about a salaryman turned superhero who's trained so hard. His hair has fallen out, and he can defeat any opponent with just one punch. Now, it's sort of what I love about the show is it turns the shonen trope on its head. So instead of being weak and then becoming powerful, you literally start out with Saitama, the protagonist, is already at the top, and he doesn't know what to do with his life now. He's like, I'm really bored. Because he lives in. I love this because if you know Japan, they love their kaijin, they love their monsters of the week, and so all these monsters are running around this fictional city, and they have like a slew of superheroes, but only One Punch Man can defeat these monsters. But it literally takes only one punch for him to
and they like explode too.
Yeah, they explode. It's actually pretty gruesome, but I love the character designs of how like you've got like a crab, like half man, half crab, and like the top of him is a crab, and then the bottom is just him in like
underwear,
tidy whities.
It's like, okay.
Which is perfectly fine. And then this crab is going after this kid whose chin also could use some tidy whities.
That was the best part of your review.
Yeah, I was like, this boy is drawn with a chin that, let's just say, he could use some underpants too. It was really funny.
I loved it when Saitama was just like, you're not cute.
Yeah, he's like, this kid's not cute.
Yeah, that's a kid kind of a brat, but he is really funky looking.
Yeah, a lot of the characters in this show are kind of funky looking.
You got the guy with a car for a head, and you got the guy who looks like...
and monsters are just so out there.
Yeah, there's the one at the very beginning, Vaccine Man, who actually looks like a Dragon Ball Z character.
I was about to say, he looked exactly like a Dragon Ball Z character.
I don't know if it was intentional or something.
Probably,
I have no idea. Yeah, it
had to have been intentional because it was kind of uncanny.
Yeah, there's a lot of very sort of wink, wink, nudge, nudge references. Like, there's a lot of Japanese culture references to like the low birth rate and the drudgery of being
I can't let you kill a kid. The birth rate's so low.
Yeah. Which is really not because it's the right thing to do. It's like, it's society lives. I should probably do this.
Yeah.
And I was a little afraid that some of those jokes would go over some people's heads because it's just, if you're not familiar with the culture, then you may not get it, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
And just the whole thing about Saitama, like, he goes shopping and he lives in this tiny apartment and he, it's kind of like Big Man Japan kind of thing where there's something kind of mundane about the hero thing. It's not working out.
So this show particularly is really cool because I didn't know it started up as a webcomic. I thought it was just like a manga first, like, that's usually how it goes. But it's a webcomic, which is really awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it started in 2009. I think the guy's pseudonym or non-dependent, whatever, is like just one. And so, but it went viral. And
I'm surprised. It's awesome.
It's really funny, and I'm really happy that it's an anime now. And some people are like, you only gave it an 8.8, and it's like, because I know amazing things are coming our way.
I mean, like that's also the thing with reviews. So people are like, well, why don't you detract? Like, it's like you don't start from 10. Like that's not how reviews work.
Reviews aren't math.
And also it's just like giving something a 9 or a 10 is a very big deal.
Yeah,
it's like an 8 is like, this is a fantastic show, but it's nothing like mind-blowingly special that I can't, relive somewhere else.
I've been reviewing for IGN for like 2 years now, and I've never given anything a 9 or above.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't think I've ever given a 9.
Yeah. So I mean, it is a really big deal.
Yes.
I take the score pretty seriously.
Yeah, so like heights are so good. It's like this isn't just like this is like great.
Yeah,
obviously, I mean that's what it says.
I gave the show some wiggle room to get even better, and I anticipate it will.
So I felt like maybe that like I was a little like I was missing something when I was watching it, honestly, because like I was watching it yesterday, and like I could tell it was good, but it just wasn't clicking with me. It was one of those things where I'm like, I know I should like this, but I'm missing something here. So I'm gonna give it another try. I'm just gonna rewatch the episode because I was also like sick and kind of tired when I watched it. So I was like, maybe I'm just having an off day, like those days when you're like, man, I don't feel like eating ice cream, and then something's wrong with you. You know those days that you have?
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, I must be sick because I don't even want ice cream. At least that happens to me. So I thought maybe there was something there, but I was like, I was kind of like super meh about it, and I felt really weird. It's like, why?
Do you know why? Like you weren't really.
I have no criticism. I have nothing.
It was super heavy on action. Like maybe just
action can kind of like
feeling
numb
it?
my brain sometimes.
Yeah,
but
that
also
was-
like I think the crab scene was like super gross, and I was eating when I saw it. So it was just like a combination of things where it just didn't click with me right away. So like obviously I'm gonna keep watching it because I can tell that it's really good and everybody's really excited about it. But I was just kind of like, okay. I want to go to bed now. So it was weird.
All right.
So
Well,
weird.
hopefully you'll like the second episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious to know where it is going to go. Because at the end, you think One Punch Man has finally found the opponent.
like his purpose. Like it's like, oh yes, I got this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, it was.
Oh, it's a dream.
It was a dream. Just
Yeah, it was a dream
kidding.
sequence. But that actually made me laugh out loud when I saw that.
it
It was
was-
the whole thing was a dream.
Yeah, I was really shocked at first. Like, wow, they just wiped up like 70% of the population in like the first episode. This is really interesting. I was like,
Whoa.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was super smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think that the show could be a little, because he's constantly punching people and their guts are spilling everywhere. It could be on any other show kind of dark, but there's always this comedic timing to his KOs and the look on his face. Like when he's super serious and intense, like his eyes get really like detailed and intense. And then when he's just kind of blasé about things, there are these cute little wedges. It just looks kind of spacey.
It's kind of like, I relate to him because it's kind of the feeling when you're like overpowered in a game and you go back to like an old level. So obviously I've been playing Destiny. I'll go back to like Earth and it's like level 4 patrol, okay, and I'm level 40. So I'll get there and I'll just be like, wow, like one hit KOs. And I'll just kind of bored because I'm just doing it to like get an item.
That's Saitama. He's
Yeah,
bored.
that's how I feel.
He's bored. But I think that's a hilarious premise where it's just like,
Yeah,
he
it's
fights
really
so
funny.
hard for 700 episodes. Luffy
you relate
has
to it
been
almost.
trying to be Pirate King, and Naruto's been training forever. And when they get to that point, they're going to be as bored as Saito. What are they going to do with their lives?
Yeah,
what do they do? Where do you go from there?
He's like you're looking into the future like, of those other shonen characters where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, 700 episodes later we get here and now what?
What is my purpose?
I
Yeah.
have like 60 years of my life yet left, and I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is like I don't know why I didn't like it because I love the premise. I'm like that's hilarious, and so I think I was just having a weird day. So
That's okay.
I'm
You
excited
don't
about
have
it.
to like it.
I don't have to like it, but I feel like I would like it. It's weird, you know?
I mean, just it's the first episode.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are more to come.
There
it
are
looks
so many more to come.
The preview was good. You know, get a cyborg man coming.
Yes.
Hey.
yeah.
Very cool.